We are going to quickly do Swan Reveal just to get to know you a little bit better. So this is one of our first interviews of 2014. We've done one prior to this. So our first Swan Reveal question is, what was your best moment of 2013?
Wow. Goodness. That is going to take a second. Let's see. There are so many, honestly. I feel really blessed just trying to think about that and narrow it down. Best moment of 2013. 2013 was a really hard year for me because I lost my dad. So I guess if I wanted to put a positive slant on that, I would say that being able to be there with my father and help my mom through the last couple of weeks of his life, being supported by my gym and my coworkers and my boss, to be able to take that time off to really be with my dad and help him through his last couple of weeks of his life, and be with my mom afterwards. That just being in a position where that was possible for me was like a huge highlight, and that it was a very a rite of passage, so to speak, and it wasn't like fun and great, but it was so important, and I feel so grateful about it.
Yeah, it's good that you have that kind of community that allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
What is your favorite word or phrase?
I do like the word badass. I know that you have affinity for that word as well.
I do.
Badass as it applies to every area of life, just really kind of going for it and trying hard and persevering. That's what that kind of means to me.
Okay. This is not meant to be an intense question, but what was the greatest fear you had as a child?
I had a fear of being alone, I guess, like being left alone, being left, and being alone, all of those kind of in the same type of emotion of just of abandonment or abandonment.
Yeah, that's actually, we were just saying in our last interview, that's the answer that almost every single person we've interviewed has given. So that's very telling, I guess, of just what children think about, I guess. What is something that you're proud you overcame?
Mediocrity. So I was a bartender before I took the job at the gym, and I was really great at bartending, but it was a very kind of shallow existence. It was very fun and it was very lucrative, but it didn't fulfill me at all, and I was so scared to leave that job. I was so scared that I would never be as good at anything else that I tried to do, and I don't have a ton of formal education, so I just had this story going for myself that like I could never be as good at anything, I would never make as much money, I would never be happy doing anything else, and so leaving that job and then really being great at something else was a huge obstacle to overcome. And it was mostly in my own perception of my own ability, I guess, and like belief in myself. Not really the circumstance as much as just the stories I was telling myself about, what I'm capable of or not capable of.
Yeah. We just did an interview. It's actually going to be posted after yours, though, with this singer who has a line, what are you afraid of? Show them what you're made of. The shadows that you're scared of are usually your own.
I love that.
Very telling of, very true to what you're saying about our thoughts affecting what we do.
Yep.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Dishonesty. And yeah, just like all the things that come with that, like lying or withholding or protecting or any of that, but just like when people, and myself included, because this is something I work on kind of daily, but like just being able to speak your truth and express yourself, and like when people have a feeling, like people's feelings get hurt and then they don't talk about that in the moment that it happens, and then they kind of hold on to it and it gets bigger and bigger, and it's kind of a cumulative effect where everything gets more sensitive, and they just end up having like all these complaints that could have been kind of dealt with way early before they got so big.
Right.
So dishonesty and withholding and that, I just think it's selfish, and it's scary, and I get it, but like the world would be a much better place if everyone really, responsibly spoke their mind as their feelings happen.
Right. Do you have a favorite quote, like line or saying from the media or popular culture? What's your favorite book or movie?
Gosh, I know whole poems. Do you want to hear a poem?
Do you want to share a poem with us?
Sure. There's a poem by E. Cummings, and it says, "Since feeling is first, who pays any attention to the syntax of things will never wholly kiss you, wholly to be a fool while spring is in the world. My blood approves, and kisses are a better fate than wisdom. Lady, I swear by all flowers, the deepest gesture of my brain is less than your eyelids flutter, which says we are for each other, then laugh, leaning back in my arms. For life's not a paragraph, and death, I think, is no parentheses."
I'm very impressed that you knew that whole poem.
I know a few.
Off the top of your head.
That's the shortest one.
Good.
I love that. That last part of it, which is since feeling is first. I mean, the last part of it, which is for life's not a paragraph, and death, I think, is no parentheses, and just the eternalness of it all.
Can you tell us a random fact about yourself?
A what?
A random fact about yourself? Since the last 6 questions have not been random facts about yourself.
Yeah. Let's see. I love to sleep. Like, I hate going to sleep, but I hate getting out of bed more than anything. So I just love, like, being in the comfort of my bed. And generally, when I have to get up for something, it's no big deal. But if I don't have to get up, it's very hard for me to get up.
What is your favorite food?
Gosh, maybe
we
taco.
We get really in depth here.
Huh?
I said we get really in depth here.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: is that a lot of my favorite foods I don't eat anymore just because they don't make me feel very good. But I'd say growing up, my favorite food was pizza and macaroni and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches, and I don't eat any of that anymore just because I am intolerant to gluten. So if then, or chocolate, either tacos or chocolate.
Those are both really good answers. So, okay, there's 2 more. Can you tell us a future goal you have?
Yeah, I'd love to do retreats like Jen Pasteloff does for her yoga and manifesting amazing things, but with kind of CrossFit and yoga and nutrition and maybe surfing. Like do those types of retreats in faraway, beautiful places like Costa Rica and the south of France and whatnot.
Will you add self-defense to your list?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be good. And then we have a thing for fairy tales with Ugly Ducklings. Obviously, like, our name is based on a fairy tale, but what's your favorite fairy tale?
Jeez. I don't know. It's so funny because I don't have a specific one, but I feel like I believe in all fairy tales. Like I so believe in the happy ending, and I'm so invested in happy endings that uh, it can be a little disappointing in life because it doesn't always turn out like that. But I am like drawing a complete blank on the fairy tale.
That's okay. Telling us you believe in happy endings is still going to resonate with our community. So.
Rumpelstiltskin, maybe?
Oh, that will be well liked in our. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin is great. Okay, so that was our Swan revealed. Those are the questions we have. So hopefully everyone, well, kind of knows Heather a little bit more now.